Hello and welcome to our first video in a series of videos all about play. We are Katie and Helen from Rochdale's Educational Psychology Service. We're both very passionate about play, so we're really pleased to have this opportunity to share our enthusiasm about it with you. So I'm Katie and I'm going to be talking to you today about what play is and how to be a play partner. Firstly, it's important to let you know that support services are still there for you at this difficult time. There's information on the page about how Rochdale Borough Council are working to keep residents safe, and there's a web address there with information about services and support, which is rochdale.gov.uk/coronavirus. So the impact of COVID-19 on children and families, we understand that the current situation is really difficult for all children and families to cope with, but we also know it's likely to be particularly difficult for children in care because things like structure, predictability, safety and security are especially important for them. It's also very likely that children will be communicating how hard they are finding the situation through their behaviour, and this is very normal. It's a normal thing for children to do. We're also aware that for some children, there will have been changes in the type of and amount of time they're having to spend with their families, that they're able to spend with their families. And so that's likely to have an impact on those children that are in that situation. Even though some of the children that you're caring for might be still going to school, there'll be lots of changes in school. School will look very different. So there's lots of changes for everybody to cope with. And we know that children are likely to be finding that difficult. And we recognise that the way in which they're showing their emotions through their behaviour also means that it might be quite difficult caring for them at home at the moment. So today's session, we're going to focus on play and what play is. So, well, what is play? There's loads of different definitions out there about play, but this is our favourite one. So play is about creating a world in which for that moment, children are in control and can seek out uncertainty in order to triumph over it. Or if not, no matter, it's only a game. There's lots of evidence that play actually changes the architecture of the brain. So playing actually changes the brain and in a positive way. So play isn't a rehearsal for adult life. It's important in and of itself. It's essential for children's health and well-being. Children playing helps them to organise their world to make it less scary and intimidating. It enables them to experience strong feelings in a safe way, and it also helps children to develop an ability to recognise and deal with those feelings. And that's a really important skill for all children and young people to learn. It's important to say that teenagers still play, but their play might look different, a little bit different from younger children's play. They tend to maybe play sometimes through more social interaction and engagement in things like music and sport and media. But older children are still learning through play. It helps them to develop their thinking skills. It helps them to refine their interactions and make them more skillful. And it's really important for all of us to play, not just for young children. So play is for everyone, and as much play as we can get, that's, it's really good. It's good for us all. So we wanted to talk this week about being a play partner. So that means letting children lead the play, even though it can be really difficult. Try and play on a child's terms by taking on a role that they suggest or following their instructions. For older children, it might be around watching television alongside them, having conversations with them, but letting them lead the conversation. For young children, it's about getting down to their level and playing alongside them and imitating their actions with the same types of material, and just getting down playing with children, getting down alongside them at their level. That enables children to kind of know that you're in tune with them. It shows them that you're happy to share experiences with them. It's important to try not to use too many closed questions, so things like how many or what colour or what size, and try not to direct the play too much, even though that's really hard to do. It's a really beneficial thing to do for children. So what could you try at home this week? Well, this week we want you to just provide materials that inspire your children that you're caring for to imagine, create and build, and then let them take the lead. It's important to know that children often use play to help them make sense of and understand things that are happening in their lives. So these may include situations they've recently encountered and might seem quite familiar to you. And at the moment, lots of children will be through their play, playing through scenarios involving the coronavirus, involving the impact of that or the changes that they've experienced, and that's really normal, and that's something that you'd kind of expect to see. It's important to know that teenagers also use play to process difficult feelings and emotions, just like younger children would. And children can allow themselves to become immersed in an activity, and they might make unexpected choices about play, so unexpected play choices. And it's important not to judge them, but just go with them, just go with it with them. So we just want you to have a go at being a play partner and have fun. That's the most important thing. We are going to be doing videos weekly, and we will be planning to give you more specific play ideas next week. But for this week, we just want you to go with and focus on familiar play that the child that you're caring for chooses. So if you've got any queries or questions about this week's topic, please contact us. Our details are on the screen. It's educational.psychologyservice@rochdale.gov.uk. Please also contact us with any feedback that you've got about the video. Let us know if it's been helpful. Let us know how you got on with trying to be a play partner. And as I said, we're hoping to upload videos weekly, so please check back next week for part 2. Just a final note, a safeguarding reminder, there's a list of useful contacts there. If you have got concerns about children or young people, there's the information about the Complex Early Help and Safeguarding Hub there, also known as EHASH. And also, if you have any concerns around domestic abuse, there's information on the Rochdale Domestic Abuse web pages, and you'll see the web addresses on screen. And there's also contacts for the Domestic Abuse Coordinator. So thank you so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed it. We are really grateful to you for watching the video, and we hope that you'll come back again next week. Thanks very much. Bye for now.